Hello everybody and welcome or welcome back to the second shelf and to a video that I normally never do. It's kind of a TBR video. Yes, I know, I'm shocked. But I do film sometimes TBR videos about Nonfiction November. When it was still a thing, when it was still organized. It is not organized anymore, but we still celebrate Nonfiction November now, don't we? So I decided to read almost exclusively nonfiction in November. I will read a couple of fiction books. The biggest one, probably in terms of effort, will be Purgatory in the new translation by Mary Jo Bang. That's our translator. I tried the Sawyer's translation for Inferno. Didn't work for me at all. I'm rereading this, by the way, the whole Divine Comedy with Adam from Memento Mori. And the Sawyers in the Sawyers, Dorothy, in fact, didn't work for me at all. So I will try this one for Purgatory. So this is a big fiction book that I will read in November, just so that I'm not giving the impression, bragging I'm reading only nonfiction in November. That's not true. But I'm planning on reading quite a bit. A lot of the books will already sound familiar to you if you have watched my book haul 2 weeks ago, I think. 2 or 3 weeks ago. But anyway. So the first book I want to mention, these are in no particular order, by the way. But this one I have already started, which you can also see from the thumbnail, where this thing is hanging here as if I have Goldilocks. Anyway, so this was published this year in this format. These are the diaries of Helen Garner, an Australian author, between 1978 and 1998. They have been published separately, I think in 2 or 3 volumes, but this is the first collection. I really love Helen Garner. I love her work, nonfiction especially. And I love diaries. I already told you that when I hauled the book. So I have started this one, and I will read this one for sure, even though it is quite chunky, coming in at 700 and something. Yeah, almost 800 pages. So yeah. The next book I decided to read is also from the book haul, and that is a collection of essays by Rebecca Solnit, Hope in the Dark, Untold Histories, Wild Possibilities. And this is about the history of activism and social change over the past 5 decades. This was the book, if you remember in the book haul, that I thought I own and have read, both of which it's not true. So I bought it. It's a tiny little thing, under 150 pages, but it tackles an issue, activism, change that at the current stage of affairs in the world might give me indeed some hope in the dark. Then I will read a book that I wasn't even gonna read because I didn't feel it, but I had to buy it because it's for a book club and I didn't pick it, but somebody else picked it. So I'll read in real life book club, and we will read Lily Anolik's double biography, Didion and Babbitts, published last year. And I was kind of fed up with Didion, so I didn't buy it, but now it's a book club pick, so of course I will read it. And I did, where do I have it here? I did very much like, I read a previous book by this author, Lily Anolik, and that was also about Eve Babbitts, Hollywood's Eve Babbitts and the Secret History of L.A. This was published a couple of years ago, and I really enjoyed it, 2019, so 6 years ago. Really enjoyed that. So even though I'm not into Didion at the moment, don't ask me why. No reason whatsoever. It's just sometimes, Yeah, you don't feel it, but I love this double photography. It says already a photograph, and the cover, it says already a lot, I think, about the two different women. So yes, I will read this for my book club. Whoops, and now I'm just throwing books all over the place. And then I also picked up two. No, I will go with the book haul books first. I'm sorry. I think the next one that I will pick up is probably another memoir. Yeah, I say another memoir. Helen Garner is not memoirs, it's diaries. But I guess I will pick up this Miriam Taves, A Truth Is Not a Peace. She Canadian author. And I really love her work, even though there are books that I didn't enjoy. Her last novel, Fight Night, was it Fight Night with the grandmother? I just did not. Yeah, Fight Night. I was not my thing. I didn't like the protagonist. There was a child protagonist also. That's never my main thing that I like. But of course, the book before that, Women Talking, about a Mennonite society, small group, and the women, based on a real case. Women were raped at night after being drugged, and they are talking. Once they realize what happened, they are talking about it. I thought that book was really, really powerful. And I really loved All My Puny Sorrows as well. And her, she wrote another memoir, Swing Low, about her father who suffered from depression. So I'm very much looking forward to delving into another memoir by this author. This was published, I think, did I already say that? But I think it was published this year or last year. It's too tiny. I can't see it. I think this year. But I think I will pick this up once I've finished the book club read and the Helen Garner. And then I have one more that I bought that you've seen in the book haul, and that is a collection of essays by Ursula Le Guin, No Time to Spare, Thinking About What Matters. This was her last, yes, and it has a sticker. Ugh. Golden. I mean, sticker is bad taste, but then at least have some taste when you choose the sticker. But no. Anyway, so this is, I think, the last book that she published, the collection of essays before her death, and it was published, maybe I should tell you that, in 2017. Yes. And she died soon after, I think maybe 5 years ago or something, unfortunately. But yeah, that's what happens. People die. And this is, of course, like it said, about things that are important to her. Look at the impressive, can you see that? The impressive bibliography, because she was, I mean, she died 2018, by the way. And this is about going over 80, you know, what she does in your spare time. The Sissy Strikes Back. I love the title of that essay. Then choosing a cat, the lit biz, as she calls it, so the literary stuff, you know, readers' questions. Part three is about trying to make sense of it. Part 4, reward. So it's a pretty broad range, and all types of questions that a writer might ask herself when she is has less time in front of her than already passed. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one as well. And as always, I made this conscious choice that I don't expect you to remember, because it's almost a year ago when I filmed, you know, my reading plans, that I will definitely try to put effort into rereading, because I enjoy it so much, and then I forget about it, and then there's all these new shiny new books that call to me. But this year I really reread more than in the previous year, and it was always a fantastic experience. So I picked 2 books to reread in November, both nonfiction. And the first is Hope Jaren's memoir, Lab Girl, A Story of Trees, Science and Love. I'm sure you all know this book. She is a scientist. I forgot when she was born, but I think in the 70s probably. Yeah, well, I'm, as always, especially well prepared. But this is a memoir of her coming of age as a scientist, with the struggles as a woman, to make her mark. But it's such a feel good atmosphere in the book. That's also because of the way she tells the story. And this was a reread. I should have reread it in October because it was the pick for the Book Naturalist Book Club. They are celebrating their anniversary, I think 5-year anniversary this year and so this year, their whole list is about rereads, and this was the pick for October, but I didn't get to it. So I will read it in November. And oh, by the way, the Book Naturalist Book Club is run by Heidi from My Reading Life and Doris from All the Books, and they have a list of books each year, 1 or 2, sometimes 2 a month, but mostly 1 book a month that is mostly nonfiction, but all of the books are about nature and science, nature writing. Shouldn't say science, nature writing. So they always have great picks, and I love the idea that this year, because it's their anniversary of this Book Naturalist Book Club, that they do rereads. So this was October, but I'm going to read it in November. And the other book that I'm planning on rereading, not sure yet whether that will work because it is rather dense, but I loved it when I first read it, and that is Kate Zernike, The Exceptions, Nancy Hopkins, and the Fight for Women in Science, which pairs up nicely with Lab Girl, because this is a more focused story or biography of various women with a focus on Nancy Hopkins, MIT, and the struggle that women had, and not in the 16th, 17th, 18th, or 19th century, or for partly even the 20th, but the second half, end of the 20th century into the 21st century, mind you, when, people like the former president of Harvard still postulated that women are less good in science because their brain just doesn't do math very well. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but stuff like that is still going on, especially in STEM. So this is a fantastic read. If you are interested in that topic, I can highly, highly recommend it. So Nancy Hopkins, by the way, was started studying in 1999. So it is from the end of the 20th century into the 21st century. So don't think that we've all made it as women in science, especially. Just ask Heidi, who is a scientist. Anyway, Heidi from My Reading Life. I'm looking forward to this book, so I hope I will get to this. But I still want to read Lab Girl first because of the Book Naturalist Book Club, and I feel bad that I didn't get to the book in October. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's not true. Six nonfiction books, because one is the book by Lily Anolik. Oh, and one is on the floor. So it is 7 books that I'm planning on reading for Nonfiction November, even though there is no, organized Nonfiction November anymore. Thank you very much for watching again. I hope you've enjoyed it. Leave me a comment. Let me know whether you also kind of celebrate Nonfiction November still, trying to get more nonfiction read in the month of November. And public service announcement, most likely there won't be a video next Sunday on the 16th because I'm traveling again, visiting my mom, and I still haven't figured out a way to get filming into that travel. So there probably won't be a video next Sunday, but I'll see you all soon in the next one, 2 Sundays from now.